All right. Good evening to all the, Padawans out there. You gotta forgive my voice because I'm just waking up not too long ago, so I ain't fully woke up. But just going over the patch notes for MultiVersus for season 1.01 patch, which was yesterday, August 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. No, 2 days ago, excuse me. So I'm a little behind. Uh, Mortar will be arriving tomorrow. We already got him. He will be the first plumbus wielding character. The patch is entirely severe server side, so all updates are online only and will not be reflected local or lab play until the next patch. All right, so um, didn't I seen this coming? They was gonna nerf some perks, so we got the general perks. Two perks that they nerfed. One was ice to beat you, where the projectiles will um, add a debuff to you. So the nerf was a projectile, so only apply ice debuff to fighters that are not already debuffed by ice. Um, Very simple, and I'll take that. Unstack cooldown refund decrease from 0.5 seconds to 0.25 seconds. So even cut it down by 25%. All right, stack cooldown refund increase from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. So apparently, uh, people was just loading up on this stuff, and I just saw it as a general problem. I didn't see too many people with "I'll take that." Um, Normally, you see a lot of people with more of uh, the offensive perks than the support type perks. So, um, okay, people have actually been versatile in the game. I like it. Gameplay systems fixed the bug where ability cooldowns may not trigger when projectiles are spawned close to terrain. Uh, Minor adjustments, though, so that's cool. The characters. Um, so Arya, I believe she's getting a nerf. Yeah, assassin passive. She reduced extra damage taken from 14% to 5%. Wow, that's huge. Okay. We're evaluating if the passive should be removed entirely. We want to take a step towards what we're, but while trying not to go too far too fast. We should have did it with Finn, because he destroyed people for years. He finally getting a buff, but I say years, for months. He been showing out for months. Iron Giant too, which he got a buff coming, nerf coming too. Um, we don't want to create an assassin dominated meta. Well, I don't know. Arya takes some skill though, from what I've seen. And aren't a lot of good Aryas out there, and there's barely people picking Arya. So I wouldn't say it'd be assassin dominated. Um, but especially with Harley Quinn, I haven't seen people pick other characters more than Harley Quinn. We've seen a whole bunch of Jake and Finn and Shaggy, if that's the case. So I would say it's more of a bruiser dominated field with Jake and Shaggy being as strong as they are. People are huge Batman fans with his up special. Garnett is strong, but she take a little skill. Um, so I mean, I don't really, yeah, I wouldn't say assassin dominated. Okay, so I think this is what everybody been waiting for right now. Nerf what Finn was nerfed on his backpack on the 15th. Still relatively strong, you know. Um, we're not gonna go over there. I got a rant if you want to check it out. Just, the guy's still, he's still strong, but I guess he's uh, decent now. It's less of a nuisance to deal um, with Finn. So I think that's a huge positive. Um, so since we remove some power from backpack on Finn, we're pushing some additional power into the rest of Finn's attacks to give him more kill options. Um, yeah, I kind of agree with it, but not really. Um, the high five does a lot of damage, but you have to, or the chop. They're calling it the chop. Well, no, it's not high. So the high five does a lot of damage if you land it on them. Um, so we're gonna see. His air ground neutral increased base damage from 5 to 6. Not significant, not huge. This base damage is increased by holding and charging the attack. Um, so for it'll be that'd be nice. I like that ability anyway. It's a unique ability on her. Next, we got the air ground down special, which is a child with increased damage from 18 to 20. Also increased the knockback scale from 18 to 20. So just small buffs to it. His assassin passive, well, it's a reduce extra damage from 14% to 5%. Again, significant. We're evaluating this passive should be removed entirely. We want to take a step back. Yeah, same thing with Arya. Move list description of this change will not be updated until next patch. Like, we got you. Uh, Garnet. Garnet buffs are incoming in the next patch. So Garnet will be receiving some buffs in the next patch. They're giving us a heads up. Um, I would say down, um, her down special in the air. Well, her down special period needs a little bit more knockback. I feel like if I set it up nice, you should really fly. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself caught up. It just makes you more aware of whether or not Garnet got it going on. In that area where she attacks you at, like if she comes back to you, she's sending you in the other direction. I kind of see that as a problem. I try to knock a couple of people off a few times with that ability, and they wouldn't necessarily fly as much. So I say if she just needed any type of buff, then um, maybe her forward special and her down special would be a huge area to work in. Um, we got Harley Quinn. We got Harley Quinn Assassin's Passive. The same thing. Just nerfing the Assassin's Passive. Iron Giant. All right, so I've been hearing a whole lot of people have a problem with Iron Giant. Whenever you see him on the scene, and there's some pretty good Iron Giants, completely dominant. Um, a couple of people I played with, you hear them, people just complaining about them. Um, I feel like they should do a little bit more adjusting with him, but not really dominant. You know, well, not as much as a problem. If you jump on Iron Giant and you pay him attention, he's easy to get rid of. Um, so I don't know, but the Iron Giant is currently dominating with abnormal high win rates on every skill level. Iron Giant's neutral special with stack cooldown. Uh, so they're the reason why I'll take that was nerfed. Iron Giant's the reason why I'll take that was nerfed because people would stack that. So stat reduction, they would do stat reduction with Velma. It's also causing too few windows for opponents to counterplay. So they're just spamming abilities. That's good. Oh, they just found a way to use it. I wouldn't take that away from them. The characters still have um, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Maybe because I haven't faced it, that I would agree with a nerf with. Um, if you play with Velma, her down triangle takes forever to get back. Her down special, it takes forever to get back. So it's pretty strong ability, but it takes forever to get back. I mean, it's like 20 seconds or something like that. Um, so I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna see. Um, again, it makes it hard for them to counterplay updates to Iron Giant, global updates to perks, and Velma updates should help provide more windows of opportunity for opponents against Iron Giant. Again, I have a video of me and my brother playing against the Iron Giant, and we completely destroyed him. Um, I mean, I don't know. For me, Um, I'm finding it hard to see where this is coming from. Um, air ground neutral special. Increase cooldown from 23 seconds to 25 seconds. This air up hitbox strength more accurate to fit the attack visuals. Yeah, because it was seeming like sometimes like he would still hit you, and his arm was nowhere near. I know he's a huge body, but I have seen that. Um, air and ground special reduce damage by one base knockback on final hit of spin. Uh, it's minor. I wouldn't say it's huge. Um, that ability already doesn't have a whole bunch of knockback to it. But I'm guessing if you're edge guarding, like a lot of people, like a lot of good Iron Giants would do, they'll edge guard and they'll do that up triangle. So it's, have a little bit more recovery, trying to get back on that stage for Iron Giant. Again, and vice versa, he's terrible when somebody's playing above him. Um, and they can send him flying down. So if you have him on the edge and you're above him, then I think um, there are several ways to take advantage of Iron Giant. I just don't see the problem. I faced two good ones out of maybe like 1,000 matches, so I don't know. Superman faced a bug that would allow Superman to grapple enemies that wall bounce. Even his hitbox did not connect. Oh wow, I'm glad I didn't see that one. I probably would have been extremely upset. Taz buffs are incoming in the next patch. Taz is a different story. All right, so Taz is extremely dominant in the closed beta. Um, his spin was out of control, and they nerfed that. Taz since hasn't had too much knockout potential, and that's what I think they're going to bring that back. Maybe with the dog pile, increase his spin, or maybe his basic, and make that stronger to where you're using more Taz bases and not constantly spamming the his regular spin. I would say put a cooldown on that, or maybe allow it twice in a certain second. Like, I don't know. They can work on it. But they're probably going to give him a little bit more knockout potential. Again, bruisers tend to have more knockout potential on their specials, and assassins seem to have more knockout potential on their basics, their combos. Um, so we're gonna see. Um, Velma, her ground down special. Velma educated buff reduced cooldown returns from 75% over 8 seconds to 50% over 8 seconds. That's huge. That's huge. Again, this was what I was talking about a little bit earlier when I was discussing Iron Giant. Um, it takes forever to get that ability back. That 8 seconds, um, 75% for 8 seconds. I feel like that's warranted. You know, I feel like that should be a huge buff for on the cooldown. I gotta go play with Velma again. It's been maybe a week since I played with Velma, so I gotta see necessarily how strong this ability is and how long the cooldown is before I speak anymore on it and be wrong and have people jumping down my neck. um, so we're gonna see when the next patch come up. Now I'm thinking about a week we should have another patch note, and that would include the Taz buff, the Garnet buff, um, and the Velma. Probably some more work on Velma, you know. Um, but that's the patch notes for season 1.01 patch. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. You already know the vibes. Dash out.